All right, guys. Today we are going to be reacting to Andrew made delusional girl glitch when prove her cognitive dissonance. Let's jump in.
I mean, I don't think other people would say I'm a 10, but I got to wake up every day and feel that way about myself.
Who do you think the prettiest girl in the room is?
I love that question.
I would say I think you're very pretty.
Thank you.
So why do you think
BS.
she rates herself less than you rate yourself if she's the prettiest?
I don't know. I think that'd be a question for her.
Yeah, no, but you're bisexual, right? So it's easy for you to rate women, isn't it?
Sure,
Yeah.
I suppose.
So
But I don't.
what-
I'm not tending to
So
rate
what are the
them.
features on her that make her prettier than you, even though you're a 10?
Already, wow.
I didn't
Okay.
say she's prettier than me.
You said she's prettiest girl in the room could have been you.
Oh, I thought you meant outside of me. I mean, I suppose. I don't know. I don't really like. You want me to say what makes her prettier than me?
If you think she's the prettiest girl in the room.
Well, I think you should. I think she should rate herself higher. I definitely think that. I just think she's.
There you
pretty.
go, folks.
And the prettiest girl in the room. So what makes the other girls
All
here
right,
less
then
pretty?
maybe I'm a 9.
Okay.
It's not that they're less pretty.
Sorry, I'm trying to reconcile the possibility here. If
All right.
she's prettiest, then all other people who aren't as pretty must be less pretty because otherwise she can't be the prettiest.
All
correct?
right, that's fair. Sure.
So what makes the other girls less pretty?
I think maybe for me, and I hope I don't like offend you by this. I think it's more I'm attracted more to her.
Based on what features, what things?
I think she has a nice style. Her eyes are very pretty.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I tend to be.
She's saying all that stuff. I can guarantee you all that stuff is fake. She's not telling the truth. When she's saying she's the most pretty girl in the room, what she's referring to, she's the ugliest in the room. That's what she's saying. Oh, she's the most prettiest in the room, which is referring to being the ugliest.
Be attracted more to women of color than white women.
Okay.
It's just a preference.
Okay. So who's
Yeah.
the second prettiest girl?
This is so foul.
Why?
I just don't like rating people in general.
Right, but this is the thing. This question is asked because women often, when they are rating themselves, they're not actually rating themselves based on beauty. They're rating themselves on all kinds of other shit, which is tangential to the question that we're asking. We're not asking you about your feelings, about if this is a day where you woke up with extreme confidence, and on a Tuesday you would have rated yourself a 6 because you felt less confident on a Tuesday. Just purely physical attractiveness. That's all we're asking. So if that is the case, that you're able to objectively rate people like this, including yourself as a 10, then I would assume that there's features that you have that make you a 10 that other women do not have who are not 10s.
I don't know how objective it is because I think if I'm rating them, it's subjective. Wouldn't you say?
Sure, but objective to you, even if it's subjective from their standpoint, it would still be objective from yours. Only you know what you're attracted to.
Sure.
So then that would be an objective standard from your perspective. You could not
Okay.
be subjectively attracted to something, could you?
I guess that's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, my eyes, I would say, is a big one. I don't think anybody else has 2 different colored eyes. I think it's a unique feature. I like that. Yeah.
That's
my
the big distinguishing factor is that you have different colored eyes.
Wow, that's so
I mean, it's
BS.
one of
Wow.
them. Sure.
That's something
who's the
that
second prettiest
that's
girl?
something that she made up in her head that because she had 2 different eye colors, somehow she's more attractive. Insane, folks.
This is so annoying.
Yeah, you're getting caught up in
I don't
a
know.
BS.
I would say like she stands out to me the most. It'd be
Sure.
hard for me to like level anyone else outside of that.
So she's saying she's the
Possibility
competition.
to think that saying out loud what you actually think could potentially hurt somebody's feelings, and so that's a
Certainly.
motivation for why you don't actually. wanna
Yeah,
say
there you go.
anything
She's
about it.
agreeing with the one in the middle.
Certainly, yeah.
Do you think that it's reasonable for me, after being around thousands of women and hearing them nitpick each other to death, especially the second one gets up and leaves the room, that most women likely can ascertain the beauty standard in comparison to themselves with other women almost instantly, but never actually want to say it to anybody or say it within the earshot of other women?
Why is that wrong?
Hey,
To
Not
why-
saying it's wrong.
hey. Or let's just identify the hero syndrome, the hero in the room. This one right here. You know why she jumped in? He touched a little bit of who she is. And she's now a little bit curious about it. She didn't like that.
Asking if it's true.
It is true.
It is true.
It's 100% true.
100% true.
Yeah.
Is it true? True?
Repeat the question.
Ah!
Isn't it true that women can very
Come on
quickly
now.
ascertain if
Come
another
on
woman is
now.
prettier than them or has features that they wish they had almost instantaneously, and
That's
they'll
a curveball.
often nitpick the shit out of them when they're not around, based on those standards.
I mean, sure, but I think that is just like a matter of your character, right?
No.
Maybe the nitpicking part, but not
yeah.
necessarily the I do have a view.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so you would say that most women have a view of this and can very quickly ascertain if another woman is more or less attractive than them.
Yeah, sure. I mean,
Yeah.
beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
There we go.
Even if it's from your subjective standpoint, you would
Subjectivism. She still want to hold that position.
have that standpoint, right?
There's also things that are like objectively attractive. If you're
I
very
agree.
symmetrical, you're going to be more attractive.
I agree, but I just would prefer to take that off the table of universal standards because people don't like to deal in universals. They like to deal in, especially when it comes to things which could potentially hurt somebody's feelings. It's really subjective. It's really just kind of up to the beauty of the behind the beholder bullshit, right? So I just like, okay, we'll just go with
Let's
purely
go,
that.
Andrew.
And if that is the case, then you still do have a standard for what you think is attractive or not attractive. And so if that's the case, I just am always wondering why so many women lie when you ask them this
Too many.
question.
Too many.
Then you're going around a table of women like this, right? Why would you say that the prettiest girl in the room rates herself lower than you, who claimed that you were one of the most beautiful, possibly in the world, out of 10, right? That's putting yourself at the highest possible metric for all the beautiful women who've ever existed on planet
Okay,
Earth.
I'm a 4. Like, do you want me to lower
It's
my
not
number?
designed
No, that's not the point.
to,
That's not the point.
To break you down or hurt your feelings. It's designed instead to see if the answer that you're giving is based around what you actually think or what you think people want to hear. That's what it's really for.
I suppose if it is a looks question, so it's just, I guess I'm not I'm not intending to lie.
No, I'm not even saying you are.
Yeah.
But I think that socially, these things are built in, especially to women, where they think one thing, but they're not going to verbalize what that thing is that they think.
They're not ready for
Right?
it.
Yeah.
Because it's not part of be nice, right?
Sure. I don't think I guess we already kind of covered this. I don't think every woman, like, we can definitely see the other features that make women, more attractive than us. But I don't think that means that every one of us is going to go nitpick them,
No,
Like,
I'm not saying that you would nitpick them necessarily,
Or
but
talk
that
shit.
or talk shit, but
Yeah.
that you would be able to ascertain quickly if this woman is more attractive than you or not.
Sure.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Okay.
And so if I know that you agree that that is true, and every woman here seems to agree that that is true, then if I asked you to honestly rate the woman next to you, would you?
You're going to have to get used to asking questions.
Do you want me to?
Yeah.
Yeah, come
You
on
wanna
now.
Rate her.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then I'd have to also start by lowering my own because.
Ah,
I
okay. So she had to throw a qualifier because she really doesn't want to hurt a female's emotions, right? Because if she's very honest, she's gonna hurt the lady here in the left emotions. She will. That's why they're not honest. They know what that comes with. It comes with a lot of problems, folks. We'll see it.
Suppose I wouldn't be a 10 if we're talking, I feel like a 10 myself, but
Feel
I suppose
like.
based on looks, maybe I'd be, I'm not allowed to say a 7, so
No.
I suppose I would do, I think I'm very pretty, but
You're
I
like
suppose
a
I'd do
4,
an
lady.
8.
An 8.
I suppose I would do an 8 for you as well.
Uh-huh.
And the one next to her?
They're all probably going to be 8s.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Everyone's
I
an
think
8.
it's a pretty attractive
Wow,
sample of
delusional.
women.
Think of a woman.
Bro, this lady, an 8. Red hair lady, an 8. This is why when it comes down to rating, it's the man that wants to rate a female. It's not the female. We don't care about the female's opinion when it comes to rating. We are the one, man. We are the one that decide what we want to buy. We buy the product, so we know what a 10 is. That's why we don't care about this lady's opinions when it comes down to this.
Who's a famous woman that you can think of who's under an 8?
Lizzo.
That was real quick.
I don't know why
They know it.
McCarthy popped in my head randomly. That's a really weird one.
That is a
though.
really weird one, yeah.
Oh, like
Yeah.
a 4, 5, 4. I don't really
4?
think that I would rate anyone too low, but
Right.
Yeah.
that also might just be because it's socialized in me, you know.
Right.
So
As far as the hurting the feelings things go.
sure, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And so the reason this question is asked, it's not actually ever asked to be offensive. It's asked to determine the delusion level.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what is the
very high.
delusion level? If I'm comparing myself to the most attractive men on planet Earth, right, 10s, yeah, I'm a fucking 4. Right? Of course that's true. Fucking old, right? Haven't taken great care of myself. I'm a 4 for sure. Brian, he's delusional. He ain't 5 either. But the thing is like, okay, at least a 5 is more rational and reasonable than I'm a 10 on par with the most beautiful women in the existence of the world, right? Doesn't that sound delusional when you think about it? And doesn't it sound narcissistic from people hearing it? Doesn't it actually have the opposite effect when you think about it?
Yeah.
I mean, I think we all have to be a little delusional to get through our lives as the physical being that we are. But sure, I'm sure.
You think we have to be delusional?
I mean, I don't think anybody is waking up and the first thing they say to themselves is like, oh man, I'm a 4. Let me go about my day.
Yeah, you know, I think that's where I'm going to disagree. So I think that there are tens of thousands of men who do exactly that. They wake up and say, okay, I'm at the lower end of the socioeconomic tier and the physical attractiveness tier,
Yeah.
and I need to change that quickly.
Yeah, I need to step it up.
Yeah. Well, I'll let you, yeah, you can take it from there. But,
Well, I was gone for a bit, so I don't remember
oh, okay.
where things left off.
But yeah, that's all I'm saying is that I think that men do, because they have to operate in a hierarchical system, they do actually have to be objective and non-delusional about this.
Yeah.
They're attracted.
And you know, in a weird way, we love it. I don't know you guys, but knowing that I need to improve, that means I need to be better. It gives me a little bit of fuel to move forward. Like, I need to be a better person to move forward. Isn't that really male motivates you to do stuff? But I don't think females see it that way.
Socioeconomic status matters to them in a daily way that doesn't seem to apply to women. And so, no, I don't think they're that delusional about it. I think that they do indeed get up and go and look at the mirror and go, whoa, I really don't look very good. And I'm really broke. And I need to do something about that.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that that's kind of the distinction. That's why the question is asked, and why men are constantly
That angle doesn't do a very good job on her. Let me just show you folks right here. See? I'm telling you, when they rate themselves 8s, man, I can't even look at it.
And by hearing that this podcast
My God.
seemingly has the most beautiful women in the entire world on it all the time.
Well, I also, that's fair. That's fair. It's hard for me to just do looks with myself, though, even when the question is asked about looks, you know, but.
And by the way, she never actually rated the girl that she was supposed to rate, truthfully. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next one.